Never has the electric car market been so lively, with prices hitting their lowest ever and new budget-friendly models hot on their heels. Possibly the most dramatic of the new entrants into the budget EV battle is the 2025 Citroën ec3 Aircross. At just £22,990, it's a contender to be reckoned with as one of the most budget-friendly electric family SUVs available that beats even the hotly tipped Renault 5 E-Tech. At this price, it would be reasonable to expect some compromises, and in fact, the ec3 Aircross is based on Stellantis's smart car platform, a budget-oriented architecture intended to reduce production costs for a portfolio of models. This platform is also used for the Fiat Grande Panda, the Citroën ec3 hatchback, and the new Vauxhall Frontera. The commonality among these cars is clear, but more importantly, the Citroën does get its Vauxhall sibling for £500 less, boosting its value proposition. This is not the first venture of Citroën in this segment. The 2018 C3 Aircross was fairly successful, with more than 500,000 units sold internationally. This one has several powertrains to offer, ranging from petrol to mild hybrid and full electric. While the petrol and hybrid models are for mass-market customers, the ec3 Aircross is aimed at the increasingly large market for sensible, affordable electric driving. The design borrows big from the 2021 Citroën Oli concept, presenting the ec3 Aircross in a clean and modern styling. The ec3's electric version resembles an elongated version of the ec3 hatch, with a boxy, chunky form that is spacious and functional. Its upright stance, tall roofline, and wide footprint present it as a big SUV. Dimension-wise, the ec3 Aircross is closer in size to a Nissan Qashqai than it is to smaller crossovers like the Nissan Juke. At just under 4.4 meters in length, it achieves a balance between city car agility and inside space just right. Its box-like shape translates through to a roomy and light inside, with plenty of headroom and legroom up front and out back. While the electric version doesn't get a 7-seat version because of packaging issues, the 460-liter boot capacity and intelligent storage bins make it very practical for family duty nonetheless. The current model comes with a 44 kilowatt-hour LFP battery powering a 111 brake horsepower electric motor that generates 92 pound-feet of torque. On paper, these figures may not impress, and in real-world scenarios, they translate to a 0 to 62 miles per hour time of 12.9 seconds and a top speed of 89 miles per hour. By comparison, the Vauxhall Frontera manages the same sprint in 12.1 seconds, offering marginally better acceleration. The optimistic quoted 188-mile range is optimistic, and in real-world driving, should return a bit over 150 miles on a charge, but its 100 kilowatt DC rapid charging is an advantage, providing 20 to 80% in only 26 minutes. Urban use will find this kind of performance and charging rate adequate for most drivers. A model of extended range with 250 miles of range is reported to be arriving sometime in 2025, which might reduce the range anxiety for those requiring more flexibility. Remaining true to the tradition of the brand, the ec3 Aircross is all about comfort. Despite its affordable price tag, the car still boasts Citroen's advanced comfort suspension system with hydraulic bump stops that absorb the shock of potholes and road humps. While not as sophisticated as in the Citroën C4, the ride is still superior to most in this segment. The ride comfort is also enhanced by chunky tires and the high-profile sidewalls that contribute to the ride's cushioning. Expansion joints and abrupt surface changes do have a tendency to destabilize the car, however, reminding the occupants that cost-cutting compromises have been made. In comparison to its Frontera counterpart, the ride variations are minor. The driving, as it happens, is surprisingly civilized for so cheap an SUV. Light and direct steering makes it easy work in close-in corners, and the body is reasonably well behaved with very little body roll, even when cornering with some enthusiasm. Where the EC3 Aircross is lacking for some is in terms of refinement and performance. Acceleration is underwhelming, especially when climbing hills or when the vehicle is loaded. In city driving, the powertrain is sufficient. But on the highway or climbing hills, the absence of grunt is felt. The interior is generally noisy at motorway pace, with inadequate soundproofing allowing road and wind noise to seep in. The electric motor itself produces an annoying whine, more audible than in most EVs, that provides a golf buggy-like auditory experience that may not be for everyone. Get inside the EC3 Aircross and the interior announces its affordability, but not in a disappointment type of way. A diminutive dashboard layout, digital instrument cluster, and mid-mounted touchscreen occupy the front cabin. Unlike the Vauxhall Frontera's twin-screen arrangement, Citroen's instrument cluster is recessed into the dash, creating a unique, retro-futuristic ambiance, reminiscent of other Citroën advancements. The door panels and seats have a two-tone black and white scheme, which contributes to the cabin a fresh, up-to-date appearance. The dash is softened by the use of fabric elements, but does come with some hard plastics evident in places. Still, touch points like the switchgear and the steering wheel are robust and well constructed. Technologically, the infotainment system is utilitarian rather than flashy. It is less refined as it would be on prestige systems, but is adequate with responsive controls and logical menu systems. Interior room is the EC3 Aircross's forte. The upright roof and vertical body means second-row occupants enjoy ample legroom and headroom. Although the electric powertrain does lift the rear floor up a fraction, reducing foot space, the effect is negligible. While this arrangement sacrifices the 7-seat option offered in some petrol variants, the overall arrangement remains ideally suited to 5-person families. Its 460-liter boot capacity is spacious and on a par with more substantive SUVs. Paired with ingenious cabin storage, it means this EV is a pragmatic choice for daily family use. School runs, supermarket trips, and weekend excursions are all easily within its remit. Electric vehicles have long fought to be viewed as being within reach of the mass driver. Citroën EC3 Aircross confronts that challenge in a head-on manner. It costs £22,990 and it offers a rare blend of price, comfort, space, and practicality. Not many, if any, electric SUVs in this segment offer so attractive a package of qualities. Yes, the performance is restricted, and the range will not please long-distance commuters. But for those who mostly drive in city or suburban conditions, these compromises are not likely to make a huge difference. With quick charging, a future longer-range version, and the sort of ride comfort generally found in cars twice its cost, the EC3 Aircross is an intelligent and reasonable option in the low-end EV segment. For new EV purchasers, small families, or for those who wish to change to electric without parting with a small fortune, the Citroën EC3 Aircross provides a highly compelling argument. It isn't perhaps ideal, but it brings electric car ownership into reach for thousands, and by doing so, assists in the drive for cleaner, greener transportation.